So we'll go ahead and get started. So it is today is the last themed workout from me. And as you notice, and no, I'm not Luis, but this is Boot Camp Workout Wednesday with Luis, but I will be subbing in for him today. So next time you see him, though, it is his birthday today. So let him know happy birthday next time you see him. But we're going to be doing a similar workout like we normally do, and we're going to be spelling out green bean today. So we're spelling out green beans. We're going to split it up into two sections. We're going to do the first section is going to be green. The second section is going to be beans. And we're going to do 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. And we're going to do each circuit 2 different times. So the first one will be more of a lower body circuit, and the second one will be more of an upper body. So go ahead and I'll show you everything we're going to do. So spelling out green first, we're going to start with glute bridge marches. So we're on the back with our hips up in the air, and we're going to lift one leg up at a time. We want to make sure core is nice and tight, and we're squeezing the glutes to make sure that the core is bringing the knee up and not our hip flexors. So we're using our core for that one. And then we're going to get up and we're going to do alternating reverse lunges. So we're going to stand feet shoulder width apart, stepping back, squeezing the glutes, coming back up. So we're going to alternate reverse lunges just like that. And then we're going to do some squats, touching each knee to each elbow. So hands are going to be next to the head. We're going to squat and then bring the knee to the elbow, squat, knee to the elbow. So we want to make sure we're pushing through the glutes, using the core to bring our knee up. And then we're going to get onto the ground. We're going to do plank, knee to elbow. So hands are going to be under shoulders. And we're going to touch each knee to each elbow. So we're going to do same side knee, same side elbow. Again, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. And then for the final end, we're going to do narrow squats. So feet are going to be closer than shoulder width apart. So normally our feet are a little bit wider. Feet are going to be close together. We're going to squat down, squeeze the glutes, stand back up. So from the side, still going to look the same here, but our knees are just, our feet are closer together. And so we're going to do that 2 times through, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. And then we're going to move on to the second part, which is going to be the beans portion. And don't be mad, we're doing burpees for the B, and that is per Luis's request. So if you need to be a little flustered with anyone, he did want us to do burpees today, so we're doing burpees just for him. And then for the E, we're going to do eccentric only push-ups. So we're going to be in that push-up position, and we're going to lower ourselves to the ground nice and slow, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to get to the ground and get up however we need to. So we're just working on the strength of the lowering portion of the push-up. And then we're going to stand up and we're going to do our bent over A holds. So we're going to be feet shoulder width apart, pushing the hips back. We're going to bring those arms up to our sides and squeeze through the armpit and hold. So we're going to be looking like this, but we're going to be bent over. So we're going to do the A holds. And then for N, we're going to do a kneeling plank. I know it starts with a K, but we're going to do kneeling plank here. So we're on our knees. Hips are forward, so we're in one flat line from our head to our knees. And we're going to alternate reaching here. So we're reaching up above head, keeping that core nice and tight, using our arms, switching off each one. And then finally for the S, we're going to do some Superman. So laying on the ground, we're squeezing back, squeezing glutes, coming up and back down. Coming up and back down. So that's going to be our full circuit. So we're going to do 2 of the first, 2 of the second, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. We're going to go ahead and do a really quick warm up, and then we'll get started. So for our warm up, we're going to start off with our world's greatest stretch. So we're going to be at the top of our area, and we're going to grab one knee. So I'm going to grab my right knee, interlacing my fingers, pulling my knee towards the chest. And now we're slowly going to step back and reverse lunge, bringing those hands onto the inside of that front leg. And then we're going to open up towards the front leg. So my left arm is in the air, gazing up towards the ceiling past my thumb. Back leg is straight. And we're going to place that hand on the outside of our front foot, push back up into a nice hamstring stretch. And then we're going to bring the right foot next to the left foot and stand on up. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other leg. So we're going to grab that front knee, bring it towards our chest, and stepping back in reverse lunge, hands on the inside of our front leg. And on our exhale, we're gonna rotate, reach up towards the ceiling, keeping the back leg nice and straight, gazing past towards the thumb here. And we're going to place that hand on the outside of our foot, push up into a hamstring stretch. And we're gonna bring our left foot next to our right foot. And we're gonna stand on up. All right, last part of our warm up, we're just gonna go ahead and do 5 air squats. So feet are gonna be shoulder width apart. And we're just gonna squat down, squeeze the glutes, stand back up. So we're just gonna warm up the hips, warm up the quads here. Practice that movement that we're gonna be doing a couple times this workout. And we're gonna do one more. All right. So we're gonna, again, starting at the top, we're gonna start with our glute bridge marches, 20 seconds of work, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer. We're on the ground, on our back, doing glute bridge marches, going in 3, 2, 1. So feet are about shoulder width apart. We're squeezing the glutes, keeping our hips up, and we're bringing each knee up. So we're alternating, exhaling as that knee comes up. And we want to make sure we're keeping the leg, not the leg that's coming up in the air, but the other leg that's on the ground. We want to keep that glute squeezed so we're not rocking our hips. We want to pretend like we've got headlights on our hips and they're blinding the ceiling the whole time. Great job. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, we are resting. And up next, we're going to do alternating reverse lunges. So we're going to be standing for this next one at the top of our area. We're going to be alternating, stepping behind. Going in, 3, 2, 1. Start stepping back. Squeeze the glutes, pushing the ground away from us. Want to make sure we're keeping our chest directly over our front leg. The inside part of our knee is going to be right above the second toe. So we want to make sure we're having those knees go out just a little bit to help engage our glutes just a little bit more. And we're keeping our core nice and tight here. Awesome. We're almost there. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. All right, 20 seconds of rest. Up next, we're squatting, knee to same side, elbow. So I want to make sure we're using that core to bring our knees up. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. So hands are above not above our head. Our fingers are at our temples, and we're going to squat down, squeeze the glutes, and use the momentum to help bring our leg up. So again, not using our legs here. We want that core, so we exhale, bring the legs up with the core. So this is just as much a core exercise as it is a leg exercise. I'm gonna push the ground away from us, heel, big toe, little toe. 3, 2, 1, and we're resting. And up next, we're gonna be doing plank, knee to same side elbow. So we're gonna be back on the ground for that. Hands below the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. All right, so same side elbow, bringing that knee up. So we're gonna exhale and bring the knee up as we exhale. We wanna make sure our shoulder blades are pinned together like we're crushing an egg, and keeping our pelvis tucked so that our back is nice and flat and our core is engaged here. It helps to imagine like you have an apple right here on our stomach, so we're crushing that apple as we bring our knees up. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're taking a quick rest, and then we got our narrow squats, and then we got one more round of that, and then we're moving on to our second circuit. So we're almost done with our green. So we got our narrow squats for the end. Feet are a little bit closer than hip width. 3, 2, 1. Squatting down, knees are still tracking past the second toe. We're still pushing the ground away from us, heel, big toe, little toe. So our squat is going to be the same here. The only difference is that our feet are just a little bit narrower than our hips are. Still pushing the ground away from us. When our feet are a little bit closer, we are going to feel that more in our quads than with regular squats. So that's kind of the goal here, just a little bit of a different focus. 3, 2, 1. All right, taking a quick rest, we got 20 seconds. We're starting at the top, spelling green beans with our glute bridge marches. So we're gonna be on the ground for this. And we're going in 3, 2, 1. So hips are staying in the air. Core is bringing those knees up. Glutes are squeezed nice and tight. Great job, you guys. Just gonna march ourselves away, getting ready for all that good food tomorrow. Great job. We wanna make sure our hips are not rotating. We want those headlights to blind the ceiling. Use that core to bring the knees up. 3, 2, 1. All right, taking a quick rest. Up next, we're gonna stand up. We got alternating reverse lunges here. So we're starting at the top, alternating, stepping back with each leg. And we're gonna get going here in 3, 2, 1. So knees tracking right past that second toe. So knees slightly out. We wanna make sure that all of our weight is in our front foot. That back foot is just there for moral support. So we're not putting our weight in that back foot. We want our center of mass to be directly over the arch of our foot. So we want to make sure if we start to feel that in our back leg, that means we're leaning too far back. So we want to make sure we're keeping that weight forward. Great job, everyone. 3, 2, 1. All right, quick rest. Up next, squat, knee to elbow. So hands are going to be by the temples. We're going to squat, touch each knee to same side elbow today, using that core and the momentum. We're going to get going here in 3, 2, 1. We're going to squat, squeeze the core, lift the knees up, exhaling as we come up to really help use that core. Ooh, almost fell over there. Great job, you guys. Pushing, using that core, pushing the ground away from you with your heel, big toe, little toe. 3, 2, 1. All right. Up next, we're doing plank, knee to same side elbow. So we're using that core again, crushing that apple with our stomach, keeping that core engaged, pelvis tucked. 3, 2, 1. So same elbow to same knee. We want to make sure that our shoulder blades are pinched together like we're crushing an egg, squeezing an orange, whatever analogy you like best there. Just imagine that happening. So we want to pull those shoulder blades down and back. Hands are below the shoulders, and we're exhaling to bring our knees up to center. So we're crushing the apple, keeping everything nice and tight, using that core. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Oh, those for some reason just never get easier. All right, narrow squats, last thing, and then we're moving on to our second circuit today. So our N is the narrow squats. Feet slightly narrower than shoulder width. 3, 2, 1. So our feet are in a little bit narrower than shoulder or hip width. We're still coming down, back is still flat. Still squeeze those glutes, but we are going to feel that slightly more in the quads here today. Giving us slightly different stimulus than we normally do with squats, which is always good to do different things. Great job, you guys. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right. So now we're going to move on to our second circuit. So we're filling out beans. So we got burpees, eccentric push-ups, A holds, plank, kneeling with an arm reach, and Supermans. So we are going to do 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off again. We got burpees coming up in 3, 2, 1. So we're doing burpees, again, specially requested by Luis himself. So we can thank him for doing all of our pre-Thanksgiving burpees. It was also pretty hard to come up with a word that had to be, that I hadn't used yet. It took me a while to get off of cranberry. But we got green beans going today. I know I'll be eating a lot of green beans tomorrow. Great job, guys. We're almost there. Keep pushing, using those legs. 3, 2, 1. And we're resting, catching our breath. Up next, we're going to do eccentric only push-ups. So we're going to slowly lower ourselves to the ground and get back up. 3, 2, 1. So hands below shoulders. And just like with those planks, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're going to lower ourselves nice and slow and get back up however we need to. So we're keeping those elbows as close to our bodies as we can. Core is engaged. And we are using our chest muscles. We should squeeze through the chest as we slowly come down. This will help build up that strength so we can get a little bit better at pushing ourselves up. 3, 2, 1. All right, taking a quick rest. We're going to get standing up for our A holds. So we're going to be squeezing through the armpits. We're going to look like this with our arms. So nice and close and back. So just going to be slightly above our glutes. 3, 2, 1. So we're going to bend back. Glutes are back, squeezing through the armpits. We want a slight bend in our knee. Hips are shifted back. Feet are shoulder width apart. And we're squeezing our armpits. We want to pretend like we got a paper here that we don't want to fall down. So we're squeezing that in between our body and our arms. Great job, you guys. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, going down back to the ground. We're doing kneeling planks here. So it's kind of like doing push-ups from your knees. So we're going to have a nice straight line between head to our knees. And we're going to alternate lifting our arms up. So we're going to reach overhead. 3, 2, 1. So shoulder blades are squeezed nice and tight. We are using our core to make sure we're not wobbling here. So we should be nice and straight through the core. So we don't want to be dipping those hips around. Shoulder blades are nice and tight. And if you exhale as you bring your arm up, that's going to help keep that core engaged. Great job, everyone. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. Last thing, we're going to lay flat on the ground and do Supermans, and then we're going to start back at the top with burpees. So Supermans, we're laying flat on the ground on our stomach, arms in the air. 3, 2, 1. So arms are straight, legs are straight. We're squeezing the glutes, squeezing our back, lifting up off the ground and coming back down. We want to make sure we're coming down nice and slow. We don't want to just flop back on the ground. We want to control the eccentric portion or that lowering portion, working all aspects of the muscle group that we're working with this movement. Awesome job. Keep working. We're almost there, and then we get a rest. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last round, and then we'll do a quick cool down. So we're starting at the top with those wonderful burpees. And we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1. Come on, just jumping. Want to make sure we're landing flat on our feet. Hands are directly below the shoulders. And we want to land on our whole foot, push the ground away from us. So just like with squats, we want to make sure that all of our weight is in our legs and not in our back. Oh, my legs are getting tired. Okay. Great job, guys. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, you guys, for the sake of time, because we started a little bit late, we're going to do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for the rest of this so we can have time to do our cool down. So 20 seconds of work for the next 4 exercises, starting with our slow push-ups. 3, 2, 1. So we're lowering ourselves nice and slow and getting back up however we need to. This is going to go a lot quicker because we're not doing 40 seconds, but we still want to make sure we're lowering nice and slow. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 10 seconds doing our A hold. So feet shoulders apart, glutes going back. 3, 2, 1. Squeezing through the armpit. Arms are straight, making an A shape with our arms. Great job, you guys. 3, 2, 1. All right, 2 more movements and then we'll cool down. So we got our plank, arm reaches. We're going to be kneeling here. 3, 2, 1. Shoulder blades squeeze together, cracking that egg. Squeezing that apple with your core, keeping everything nice and straight. We're not rocking back and forth. Using that core. 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys, last thing, we're just doing Superman's, laying flat on the ground on our stomachs. 3, 2, 1. We're squeezing, slowly lowering. And so we're using those glutes, squeezing our arms, our upper back, lowering ourselves nice and slow. 3, 2, 1. And we are done with the green bean workout. Great job, everyone. We have just enough time to do a quick cool down. Don't want to take up too much of your time here. So we're just going to do some child's pose. We're going to be on the ground, hands and knees. We're going to take the knees a little bit wider than hip width, sink our hips back, walk the hands out, forehead, chin, or cheek to the ground. And we're going to start slowing down our breath. So we're inhaling nice and slow, 6 seconds, and try and exhale for 10. So inhaling nice and slow through the nose, exhaling nice and slow through the mouth, really calming our bodies down from all those burpees. And we're going to do one more big inhale. And a nice long, slow exhale. Go ahead and come up. And that will conclude the last workout before Thanksgiving. Thank you all so much for coming. Sorry about the confusion with the links and everything. Don't know what happened. We'll definitely get that sorted out for future classes. But thank you again for coming. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. We do not have any more classes after today. So we have our stretch break at 3 and then no classes tomorrow or Friday. So if you need any extra workouts to do, we have a bunch of videos saved up on our YouTube. So go ahead and check that out. And we do have our step challenge starting on Monday. So if you want to sign up, go ahead and do that anytime. And thank you again both so much for coming. Have a very, 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 very happy Thanksgiving.